Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Sherlock. Last time on Sherlock, we had Many Happy Returns, the mini-sode. We were watching, in this mini-sode, Anderson was actually talking to Lestrade about possible sightings of Sherlock, who everyone believes to be dead. However, it seems that, Sherlock is sort of doing stuff around the world. And Anderson has been sort of tracking it. So it could be that he is actually alive. However, Lestrade is still kind of in denial that he's actually alive. And John is too. And yeah, that was pretty much that. That was the mini-sode. It was a great mini-sode. It was really fun. It was really good. But we will be moving on into Season 3, Episode 1 today. Boy, oh boy, are we to Season 3 already? This is crazy. So, because this is the first episode of the season, I know I didn't do this last season, but we're doing full length for free on this episode. This will be the last time I'm doing it for Sherlock because of how short this show is. So, if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of Sherlock, completely unedited, you can for free. What you gotta do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment on this video. There will be a link there. It will take you over to my Patreon page where you will find my full unedited reaction to this episode of Sherlock. Now, because it's completely unedited, there is no show footage. It's just me. There's no footage in the corner or anything like that. Can't do that because, well, then I'd just be giving you the entire episode of Sherlock, and that is illegal. So we're not gonna do that. But you will find just my footage. What you gotta do is sync up your copy of this episode of Sherlock to my footage. And I've tried to make it as easy as possible to sync up footage, and you can watch it and have a good long time with this episode. So if you want to do that, then you can go click that link and get yourself a bowl of popcorn and a drink or something, because it's going to be a long ride. And if you enjoy that, if you're like, I like this this full length thing, I think I might want to do it on other series that Alex does. Well, you will already be on my Patreon page. So what you can do is you can sign up for just $5 a month, and you will have access to every full length reaction that I ever do, so long as you are signed up. So yeah, that's pretty much that. If you want to go do that, you can. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. I don't remember if I've already said that or not, but who cares? I'm saying it again. And with that being said, we might as well get right into this episode of Sherlock. Here we go. Let's see it. It's a fake. They put it on his body. Oh. How Kureveru. But that... Oh. Yeah. Oh. Nice job. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh my god, please just bang right here and now. I mean, that's basically what I said.
No, it's obvious. That's how he did it.
Oh.
Darren Brown?
Ta.
Let it go, Sherlock's dead.
Is he?
But Sherlock Holmes was vindicated and cleared of all suspicion.
Oh.
This comes too late.
Huh, so he's cleared now. Well, that's good. Oh my god. John, what the fuck is that?
Da struja mom kompatibilno ne radi. I da moja žena spava sa komšijom.
Ooh.
Ako odem kući sad, uhvatiš ih zajedno.
Ta.
Znao sam da se nešto dešava.
I knew it! Oh, Sherlock. I love Sherlock.
But the holiday is over. Rather dear. Back to Baker Street. Sherlock Holmes.
Oh. Ah! He smiled. We're going back. For a second, I thought John was already being taken in a car. That sounds wrong. Oh well.
Moriarty's network. Took me 2 years to dismantle it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Confident you have. I've met someone.
Oh, that poor person.
Lovely.
Yeah, we're getting married. Well, I'm going to ask anyway.
So soon enough to Sherlock.
I am not gay.
The longest running joke.
Surprise, John. Now, where is it?
As what?
You know what.
His jacket.
It is familiar, but with the quality of surprise.
Sherlock.
Surprise me.
Certainly endeavoring to, sir.
Fucking Sherlock, just go say hi.
Friend.
Now, look, seriously, could you just...
Interesting thing, a tuxedo. There's distinction to friends and anonymity to waiters.
John?
Is he gonna hit him? Is he gonna hit him?
John, what is it?
One question, just let me ask one question. Are you really going to keep that?
There's a punch coming. Oh, it's more than a punch. It's a full-on fucking fight.
Deep.
Okay.
Secondly, a system of Japanese
You
wrestling.
know, for a genius, you can be remarkably thick.
What?
I
Yeah.
don't care how you faked it, Sherlock.
Oh, I care.
Why? So does your brother, Molly Hooper, and 100 tramps.
No. 25 immersed.
Get, just, like, chill. Okay. Did they go to a different restaurant?
I'll talk him round.
You will?
Oh, yeah.
You're very accepting of all this. Okay. She seems trustworthy. Unless she's the new Moriarty. What if she actually is Moriarty? Just in a mask! That'd be fucked up.
Those things will kill you.
Huh?
Oh, you bastard.
Time to come back.
Oh,
You've been letting things slide, Graham.
Greg.
Greg.
so close. He tried, though. Yay! Ah, we're friends. With a hug! Yay! Okay. Here we go again.
Stay exactly where you are.
Is this how it actually happened, or is this someone else's theory?
Keep your eyes fixed on me.
Oh, just a shitty
Please, would you do
dummy.
this for me? Please.
Do what?
He's still there?
This phone call.
Oh god. The slash fix. They're happening.
What? Are you out of your mind?
I don't see why not. It's just as plausible as some of your theories.
Look, if you're not going to take it seriously, Laura, you can...
I do take it seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Don't be smart, Sherlock. I'm the smart one.
I am the smart one.
I used to think I was an idiot.
Both of us thought you were an idiot, Sherlock. We had nothing else to go on till we met other children.
Oh, yes, that was a mistake.
Ghastly. If you seem slow to me, Sherlock, can you imagine what real people are like? I'm living in a world of goldfish.
Yes, but I...
Looks so promising.
That's out.
Why would someone go to all that trouble?
Why indeed, John?
Aw. Did you just say your ex's name? Man. Oh god. This is weird.
What was today about?
Saying thank you.
For what?
For helping?
You did for me. After all, not all the men you fall for can turn out to be sociopaths. No.
Aw. Well, I mean, good for her. What is happening? Oh shit. He's in a bonfire.
Doesn't like it, Daddy.
Huh?
Guy Fawkes, he doesn't like it.
Guy Fawkes, god damn it.
Back. Now.
Damn it, little girl. Be more articulate.
Oh my god.
Oh, did they get him? Okay, good. Oh, boy.
John!
John.
John.
Never. I hope they never light a bonfire again. Oh, that was a lot.
John.
Sorry, you're busy.
No. They were just leaving.
Oh, were we?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not a case. No, not a case. No.
Yeah, well, we're here till Saturday,
Yes,
remember?
great,
Yeah, it's not a
wonderful.
case.
Well, give us
Very
a
nice,
ring.
yes, good. Get out. Plans? Just my parents.
Your parents?
In town for a few days.
Your parents?
Michael promised to take me to a matinee with Les Mis, trying to talk me into doing it.
Huh, his parents.
Those were your parents?
Yes.
That is not what I...
Expected? No.
I mean, they're just
They're nothing like the two of them.
ordinary.
It's a cross I have to bear.
That's funny. What are you doing? Go back to sleep.
Tonight there's an all-night sitting to vote on the new anti-terrorism bill. He won't be there. Not tonight. Not the 5th of November.
Oh, shit.
I remember. Gunpowder treason and plot.
Okay. For like a split second, I was like, did that actually happen?
So what do we do?
I have no idea.
We'll
Yeah.
think of something.
Why do you think I know what to do?
Because you're Sherlock Holmes, you're as clever as it gets.
Yeah.
I know how to defuse a giant bomb. What about you?
I wasn't in bomb disposal, I'm a bloody doctor.
And a soldier, as you keep reminding us all.
Tuh.
This is it.
Gotta be something.
Oh my god. That off. Oh god.
God, he is panicking. He doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Sorry. Mind you, I didn't have long. I contacted my brother, set the wheels in motion,
Lazarus.
and then everyone
Oh,
got
that's
to
ironic.
work.
Lazarus, so everyone got to work.
Just a magic trick.
Oh, stop it now.
Now stay exactly where you are.
Yeah, so that he can't
move.
see the giant fuck-off bouncy castle he's gonna fall on.
Like figures on a weather clock, we went one way, John went the other.
Right.
Then,
Wow.
our well-timed cyclist put
Not-
John briefly out of action,
Yeah.
giving me time to switch places with the corpse on the pavement.
Okay.
Squash bull under the armpit. Apply enough pressure, and it momentarily cuts off the pulse.
Wow. Because he has to...
Let me come through, please. No, he's my friend.
Because he has... Yeah, you have to fake it for a doctor.
Like a scene from a play. Neat, don't you think?
Yeah. That's the true magic trick.
Not the way I'd have done it.
Oh, really?
No, I'm not saying it's not clever, but
What?
bit disappointed.
Everyone's a critic. Anyway, that's not why I came.
Well, I like it. It's what I said,
I
though.
don't think you know why I'm here, Philip. Risk distracting me from a massive terrorist assault that could have both destroyed Parliament and caused the death of hundreds of people.
Oh god, I'm sorry, Sherlock.
Fucking Anderson.
Hang on.
How did he get out?
That doesn't make sense. How could you be sure John would stand on that exact spot? I mean, what if he'd moved? And how did he do it all so quickly?
Tuh.
What if the...
Son of a bitch. It... Did he jam it? There's an off switch?
You knew how to turn it off.
There's an off switch. There's always an off switch.
Just a switch?
Terrorists can get into all sorts of problems unless there's an off switch.
So why did you let me go through all that?
I didn't lie altogether.
I Wow. Yeah, hi, I'm John. Good to meet you.
Tom.
Ready?
Ready.
Tom,
Champagne?
look at this guy. Oh, Molly, you have a type.
Anyway.
Time to go and be Sherlock Holmes.
Ooh. He's even gonna put the hat on. Footage. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know, there's some guy there. I don't know what that means. Oh. Okay. Oh, boy. We're back. Excuse me. We are back. We are definitely back. That was an interesting episode. I like that it wasn't exactly like all the other episodes, you know? It was more, you know... It was more... just sort of... I don't want to say an aftermath of the last episode, but it was definitely, you know... It had to build off of a lot of things from last episode. You know, it was continuing a lot of things. And while also there was... you know, its own plot, but sort of our main, like, investigation was more of a side thing compared to, you know, like I said, just, you know, building off of the last episode of what happened. So yeah. But I liked it. I liked it. It was a bit of a change of pace, which was definitely good. So we might as well head right into the notes. The first thing I wrote down was faked with a question mark. Now, obviously, yes, it's obvious he faked his death, but so the first time they showed it was basically Anderson's initial theory, which it's good, you know, having the last episode with, or the mini-sode with Anderson trying to prove that Sherlock is still alive, you know, that he's actually out in the world, and then have him, you know, basically continuing that here, where, you know, basically continuing that here with his theories on how Sherlock survived. Man, 2 years on, though, it's crazy that he wasn't able to move on, but it's interesting, I will say, that we got no Donovan this episode. There was no Donovan, I cannot speak anymore. There was no Donovan. We got Anderson and how much, you know, Sherlock's death has driven him mad, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to see Sherlock just go to Donovan and be like, well, not dead, and fuck you too, and then just leave. I want that. I want the pleasure in telling Donovan to fuck off. I want that. You know, it's so easy to hate Donovan. It really is, honestly. It's so easy to hate Donovan because it's an easy target because she just doubts our main character, you know? And I hate when our main character gets doubt. You know, someone doubts our main character, and in the way that she does it, to where it's just stupid, you know? But anyway, whatever. We're not gonna harp on Donovan because she's not even in this episode, so let's see. But yeah, so it was interesting watching the initial, like, way that he faked his death, where he was on a bungee cord, and so he bungeed back up through the window, made out with Molly as he left. Which I'm sad that didn't happen then. You know, but, I mean, I guess it makes sense. But he bungeed up, and then they put a Sherlock, like, mask on the body of Moriarty and put Moriarty out there. I thought that was actually, like, really, really clever. Like, oh my gosh, they actually, like, they used Moriarty's body. That sounds awesome, but no, that didn't happen, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to lean back a bit. You know me in these episodes, because of how long these episodes are. Sometimes I just gotta, like, sit back. There's only so long I can really, like, sit up at a table. So, oi, alright. Oh, God. I'm tired. Oh, I am... Hold up. I can't hold anything with this hand. By the way, if you only watch my Sherlock reaction and you're wondering what the hell happened to my hand, well, no, I did put out that video because I had to delay the Reichenbach fall. So, I guess you probably know. You probably know what happened to my hand. So, yeah, it's just been like this. So, I can't really hold a can in this hand, so... I think I might just set that there for a bit. Anyway. The next thing I wrote down was Russia. Okay, so... which I also wrote down network. So Sherlock ended up in Russia, where Mycroft finally found him. Mycroft going in and actually having to do this work on his own, which he hates. I love that he hates that, I love that he hates doing that. But, so he goes in to save Sherlock, which was interesting. And I like, the guy that was beating him. And Sherlock, he's doing his thing, he's analyzing the person. He's like, oh, your wife is sleeping with your neighbor, and if you go now, you can catch them. I love to, because I was thinking like, oh man, this is just gonna make the guy punch you more, Sherlock. And then the guy is just like, I knew something was going on, and then he just leaves. Like, alright, I guess he's gonna go do that. So, I thought that was funny. That was really funny. Let's see. So we got that conversation between Sherlock and Mycroft, which was interesting. And again, I do love how much Mycroft detests doing this sort of work. Like he said, he waded in for Sherlock, and he hates doing that. Mycroft is a very interesting person, because it's like, which we'll talk about this a bit later, but the fact that he is clearly smarter than Sherlock. Like, they say that. He is smarter than Sherlock, yet he really doesn't, like, apply himself as much as Sherlock. Or at least, he doesn't do it in the same way. I don't know. But the next part I wrote down was the network. So, the reason Sherlock has been gone these 2 years, because I was kind of wondering, especially in the minisode, like, okay, well, why is he, kind of going all over the world? He was actually dismantling Moriarty's network, basically, which is interesting. I actually do like that. And it's a good explanation as to why he was gone, And I like that they put in the 2-year time skip, which, I don't know, are there actually time skips between Season 1 and... Well, no, not Season 1 and Season 2. Because Season 1 to Season 2, it's not a time skip because of that cliffhanger. But then the next episode is over the course of, like, 6 months. And then... So, yeah, is there a time skip between Season 2 and Season 3? I keep messing with this table. Is probably driving y'all crazy because it's catching on the microphone. Oh, there's nothing I can do about it, though. Other than sit still. So... I'll try to do that. So yeah, I don't know. Was there... what was the end of... Oh, wait a minute. I'm a dumbass. Hold on. Did I say, was there a time skip between season 2 and season 3? This is season 2 and season 3. What am I, a fucking dumbass? I'm sorry. So, no, there was no time skip between season 1 and season 2. However, in the first episode of season 2, it takes place over multiple years. This is now between season 2 and season 3, where there is a 2-year gap. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I am so sorry. I'm sure you were all screaming at your monitors that I'm a dumbass. Oh, gosh. Anyway. So, okay. So no. They don't normally put in this time skip. Or at least they didn't last time between seasons. But I like that. I like that they did actually put in a time skip, basically. It really does work out. And it also helps with, all the actors. Even though all the actors basically look the same. I mean, technically, 2 years has passed for them. But I mean, they all pretty much look the same. Well, except John. So yeah, it's a feasible explanation as to why Sherlock was actually gone for 2 years. So, I like that. But yeah, and the next thing I wrote down was 2 years. So, 2 years he was gone. Everyone tried to move on. Lestrade had to solve his own cases again. Anderson went mad. And John went through a lot, didn't he? He really did go through a lot. Like, just from that like dinner scene, it's like you can tell like he has had to work through a lot of stuff, and Mary has probably had to help him a lot. So, and just all of it sort of resurfaces there. Like, oh god. So, I feel bad for John. However, the decision to put on that mustache is crazy. Now, was the mustache... Does Watson generally have a mustache? Like, in the books, I guess. Was Watson is he always supposed to have a mustache and this was just their sort of joke at it? Because that mustache added 20 years to him. Because, I mean, that's the thing is, like, Martin Freeman... He's a handsome gentleman. He is a handsome gentleman, but he's already got gray hair. And, but when you put him next to Benedict Cumberbatch, the two of them work. They don't really, he doesn't look like an old man. He looks like, like I said, he is a good-looking man. But you put that gray mustache on his upper lip, man, does that add 20 years. So... That it was funny. I like the constant I like the constant making fun of it and stuff. I thought that was really funny. So yeah. And in that 2 years, John also finally found someone, and I love the continuing joke. Mrs. Hudson saying like, "Oh, who is he?" And it's like, it's a girl. It's like, oh, you have moved on. It's like, I'm not gay. I love every time that it's like, nope, everyone is convinced that the two of them were gay. Alright, hold up. I'm setting, I had to set a video to public, basically. So, there we go. Alright. It was, if you're curious as to when I'm recording this video, I just published an adventure in space and time, the Doctor Who docudrama. So yeah, that's tells you when I'm recording this. Today is March 2nd, 2020. So yeah, and it is noon right now. So yeah, John finally found someone, and a good someone too. Not his 20 girlfriends he had over the past 2 seasons. He found someone good who is willing to put up with his mustache. She might not like it, but she's willing to put up with it. And now, more importantly, is willing to put up with Sherlock. And even likes him, too. And I was so afraid I was so afraid that there was gonna be some sort of a twist, like she was gonna be evil, or I don't know. I think I even said at one point, it's like, what if she's actually Moriarty in disguise? Which is dumb. It's so dumb, but that would have been really funny. But anyway, so I like her. I do like her. She's really good. Let's see. I wrote down the Empty Hearse. Anderson's sort of, not exactly a fan club, but I guess it's a club of theories as to how Sherlock survived. And 2 years on, that's pretty crazy. That, like, he's still going after 2 years. That is nuts. But anyway. But I did like that. And the one girl that's like, oh, like, they just threw a dummy. And then, he hung up and he's just sitting next to Moriarty. And then they just fuck, basically. And it's like, alright, there's your fucking slash fic. I like how much they play with how Sherlock survived, because they never give a definitive answer, and I think I'm sure that's on purpose, because a lot of you guys were telling me in the comments for the last episode that there is a 2-year gap between these seasons. 2 years passed before this season aired, and everyone was making theories, I'm sure. So instead of having one definitive, this is how Sherlock survived, the writer, who I guess it said this episode was written by Mark Gatiss. Is that how you say his name, Gatiss, or is it Gaddis? I don't know. I think I've heard Gatiss in something else, but I don't know. Sometimes I get these names wrong. Like I remember back in early in Doctor Who, when I was starting to learn Stephen Moffat's name, I think I called him like Stephen Moffat, which is hilarious, first of all. But it's so not his name. It's hilarious, though. Anyway, so Gaddis, I don't know. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I'm sure what they wanted to do is, instead of giving one answer, which probably wouldn't have appeased everyone, they were just like, it happened some way, which I'm sure pissed everyone off to high heaven. It pissed me off, honestly. And it's only been it's been a while for me since I watched the last episode, actually. Because a lot of things have happened since I watched the last episode. Because, as you can probably tell. So it's been a little while. It was before Valentine's Day when I watched that episode. Yeah, it was before Valentine's Day that I watched the last episode. So, it has been a while for me, but obviously not nearly as long as it was for you guys who watched it live. So, I don't know. I guess the only thing is the theory with the air pad, the landing pad for him. That one was very similar to what I said, what I theorized. Because I was going off, I was saying that they, pulled a Matsuda, basically, from Death Note. Where, in that one, if you've seen Death Note, I guess, he falls, but then they catch him on a mattress, and then they hide it and throw a fake body down. It's kind of what Sherlock said. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. I wrote down Goldfish. I love sort of the backstory with, not really backstory, but a bit of, a bit of history with Sherlock and Mycroft, that the two of them, so I assume they have no other siblings, so the two of them, when they were kids, they thought Sherlock was dumb as bricks. I love that he was so dumb, and Mycroft was so much smarter. And then they met other kids, and they were like, you know what? Sherlock's pretty smart, actually. God, that's hilarious. I love thinking about the two of them as kids, And that's the thing. I love setting up I love how they want to make sure that Mycroft is smarter than Sherlock, but he doesn't apply himself the same way. He applies himself to government. But with all this stuff that happens, he's so much smarter than Sherlock is, but he's not the one that goes and solves these terrorist attacks or anything. He sends his little brother to do that because he's the detective. I think they said that in episode 1 of season 2. It's like, I think Mycroft says, like, Sherlock has all these great skills and knowledge, and yet he chooses to be a detective. So that's interesting. I love seeing that, and just even in that game of deduction, like showing how much smarter Mycroft is. It's very fascinating to watch, honestly. So yeah. Okay. I wrote down apart. So Sherlock and Watson were still apart for a while. John trying to, just do his normal stuff, be a doctor, and, going ham on that one guy who was just selling porn, and he had the long beard and the long hair and the hat and the sunglasses, like, and the weird accent. I don't know, that was weird. I like, though, that was just him. It wasn't Sherlock, I thought that was funny. And then, okay, so I thought that, Sherlock was trying to just stay away from John, so he brought in Molly to be his new John, but it was really just for the day. He knew, it was like, alright, I did that as a thank you. You don't have to continue. So, I thought that was interesting. My voice is starting to go, so I'm going to try to speed this up a little. I wrote down the bonfire. That was a little intense. The bonfire, which we really didn't get an answer on that, I mean, other than, sort of the scene at the end, with the one guy watching the footage of the bonfire. Man, I would, I'd never light a bonfire again, I don't think I've ever lit a bonfire myself. I've been to a bonfire before. Once, when I was a kid, but that's about it. But man, just the idea that these morons, but they were unwitting, they didn't know. They didn't think there was a body in their bonfire, So, that was intense. And, Watson not being able to say anything was crazy. November the 5th. Remember the 5th of November. I thought that was clever, actually. That there's this terrorist attack that's going to happen on November the 5th. Now, who was it that played... hold up. I'm going to IMDb. Thanks, mail. Whenever I'm in full screen, the computer doesn't show me notifications. It's very nice, actually. But as soon as I get out of full screen, then... Oh, shit, yeah, the Artemis Fowl trailer. I haven't watched it. I hear it's shit, though. That just popped up on IMDb, by the way. That's why I mentioned it. Okay. Alright, next. Thing is, I don't remember the guy's name. Was it this guy? No. Not that guy. Well then shit, I don't know. Alright, screw it. But whoever the one guy was that was, doing this whole terrorist plot, he kind of looked familiar, but I don't remember. Anyway, so I thought that was clever, and then going to the train, I thought that was interesting. Just dropping this car off, this train car off. I thought that was very clever. and then setting up the bomb. The whole thing was the bomb, which was nuts. And for a second, I thought they actually did blow up Parliament. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, no, this can't be right. This can't be right. So, I mean, like, I don't know. It's like I must have just thought that in the heat of the moment, because it's so obvious that, you know, because obviously it's in Sherlock's mind, you know? It's all in Sherlock's mind. You know, you see him thinking it through. But for some reason, I guess heat of the moment, I thought that. So, whatever. And then the whole thing with the bomb, I thought that was interesting. The whole thing was a bomb, and they didn't know what to do about it. I thought that was interesting, and you know, kind of terrifying that, you know, Sherlock wouldn't know something, wouldn't know how to do something. So, I wrote down Lazarus, so we got the other explanation of how. So, I mean, because he set up the fact that they met on top of that one hospital, and so he said there's 13 possibilities, and so each one of them had a code word. So once, you know, he had to go through with it, he could give the code to Mycroft to initiate that particular plan. So I thought that was interesting, but was that even the case? We don't know. We don't really know. You know, because if it was the case, why would he tell Anderson, you know? We'll never really know. We'll never really know what happened. Oh well. I like that idea the most, though. I thought that idea was the most clever, so. And then I wrote down the switch. The fact that there's just a fucking off switch. And I like, too, when he says, like, of course there has to be an off switch, otherwise terrorists would get in trouble a lot. It's like, okay, fine. Because, yeah, when it's like, oh, there's just an off switch, it's like, well, what the fuck? What if someone does come along and just turns that shit off? You know, hide that shit or something, but I don't know, I guess it kind of made sense. And then, I didn't write this down, but I guess the last thing would be, the fact that he did go out, you know, he loves being Sherlock Holmes, and he's going out to talk to the people. He even put on the hat. That's crazy. So, he has changed. Sherlock has changed a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Let me sit up for the outro. Shit. Ugh. It's hard to sit up when you can't use your right hand. I think I pushed myself a little too far into this table. Oh, God. There we go. Back to business. Yeah, my voice is starting to go. That's not good. I still got a lot of stuff to record today, but I'll drink some water. That's pretty much it. Really great episode. Really enjoyed it. I like that it was different. That it wasn't just, well, here's another case, and it's like, well, no. Here's, you know, everything sort of going off of the last episode, and also there's a case at the end. So I like that. I like the change of pace, and I am curious as to where we will go next time. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Sherlock reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure to hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.